What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. We're gonna be doing something a little different today. Home furnishings and the technology that comes with them. No, basically, we got to outfit the new house. T-minus 2 weeks until the Packers are here. T-minus 1 week until Insight. T-minus 2 weeks until the Packers are here. I showed you guys the paint on Monday. It looks amazing. I've been doing a lot of sort of fantasy design of what the studio layout, and been working behind the scenes on electrical and Ethernet and like getting my head around all of that kind of stuff. And it's gonna be I cannot wait to get there and like live stream as much of it as possible, make videos about it, like all of that stuff that it's mine. It's mine. Like I've never had this feeling before. I'm a perpetual renter because I can't stay in one place. Back and forth between North Carolina and California, and living in California, I could never, even making what I make, I could never own property. I don't know how people in California do it. Is your house payment $4,000 a month? Like, good Lord. So anyway, one of the things that we need to do, by the way, new music that this is a new album that Harris and the Stream Beats team put out called Rain. I guess it came out in May, but I totally slept on this one. I had not heard this one yet, so I wanted to give it a listen today here on stream while we're doing some other stuff, because the couple that I spot checked, sound really good, and there's some potentials in here for backing music for videos that I want to make sure that I'm aware of. So you just keep renting in California? Yeah, that's all you can do, man. And that when I moved back to LA in 2013, I rented my apartment for, I think it was $1,865 a month, and that was for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,000 square feet. The location was amazing. The best part of it. One sec, I locked Esther out. Let me make sure she has her keys. When I moved to my place in 2013, the place that I found was across the street from my best friend. And yeah, so I have a bad habit of closing a door with it. It's a good habit to have. I close the door instead of with the handle, I close it with the deadbolt, and as it latches, I turn the deadbolt. It's just, living in cities long enough, you learn to just lock the doors. And it was part of being a latchkey kid too, if I'm being completely honest. It's how you learn you always lock the door behind you, right? So, sorry. I told everybody I locked you out.
Did you tell them how I pranked you?
You did what to me?
Pranked you?
You pranked me.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet. Yes, she pranked me. Do you want to tell everybody the story, or do you want me to?
Well, how do I get on camera?
I have to move. It's right there.
Hi. Okay, you can tell the story, but I'm just going to say he scares me all the time. Whenever I'm not paying attention, his favorite thing to do is come and scare me. And I'll scream, and he laughs and takes great pleasure. So I got him back today. You can tell it because you're a good storyteller.
Yeah. Thank you. I still love you, I promise. So meet Esther, if you haven't yet. She got me good today. And she also brought me Jersey Mike's to say sorry. So forgive me have lunch with me while I tell a story. So yes, as she was saying, she's very jumpy. So I take advantage of that, and I walk very lightly. I kind of walk on the balls of my feet, so I don't really like slam heels down when I'm walking. So again, part of being a kid and sneaking around, you learn to do that. So anyway, I scare the shit out of her all the time. A lot of times it's unintentional. Like I'll walk into a room just nonchalantly and she'll be facing away from me and she'll turn around and just go nuts, right? But I do it intentionally because it brings me good joy. It pleasures me. It's if I had enough free time, it would be worthy of starting a TikTok channel or do it on shorts or something like that. Anyway, so today, when we bought Esther's car back in 2018, got her a Nissan Rogue. Lovely cars. It's fully loaded, got all the bells and whistles. It's not some crazy luxury car, but it's not like it's a really nice vehicle. Yeah, I figured out how to fix that, Richard. I'm still learning the YouTubes. And just again, it's me being a terrible streamer. So we got her Rogue, and part of the deal with the dealership, not Nissan, that's important to understand the distinction. So the dealership threw in free oil changes for life, right? If you move, you lose that because it's tied to the dealership, not necessarily Nissan, or not Nissan. So she was due, and we're getting ready to move, and I said, hey, go get your free oil change from Fred Anderson before we put it on the hotshot hauler and have it moved across the country. So the last time she was there, they were like, hey, your alignment's really off. Your tires are wearing funny. We need to do an alignment. And I was like, not a big deal. So, of course, they brought it up again. Said they're recommending a 4-wheel alignment for $100. And I was like, you know what? Fine. Go ahead and get it done. I said my concern wasn't the money. It was how long is it going to take? That's a couple hours. That's not a quick thing. So they did it. And then later in the conversation, I said they should give you a before and after alignment report, because when you have bad alignment, they'll do kind of those reports out of the machines that show you like it's in the red, and the after report should show everything in the green, right? So she said, yeah, I got it. I also added premium air for $100. Figured it couldn't hurt. What's premium air? She says, yeah, they filled my tires with premium air. They said it was guaranteed not to get a flat tire or a leak or anything. I hadn't heard of it before, but I guess it's a new thing. And I was still confused at this point because my alarm bells were going ding, 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 just going crazy in my head. And I said, is that part of the $100 alignment service, or are you saying it was an additional $100? And she said additional $100. So if we stop right there, in my head, I went, oh, okay, this is the nitrogen filled stuff I used to get. Yeah, the nitrogen. So the 740 that I used to have, they did that with the run flats with the nitrogen filled, right? With the Michelin pilots do almost all those. I said, okay, well, a lot of newer cars are doing that. Maybe Nissan's just picked up on it and it makes the tires last longer and they don't actually bleed off air, through climate or temperature changes. We're going into the winter season. Yeah, all right. Still really not there. What I didn't read into fully there until later was guaranteed not to get a flat tire or a leak or anything. And I was on a massive customer call while all this was going down. So I was like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. She said, air wasn't included in my package from when I bought the car at the dealership because it is a new service. And all I could do really at this point, because I'm engaged with a customer, I can't, I just thumbs up the text and just like, it's fine. Just handle it. Whatever. I'll deal with it afterwards. So after I got done I got a chance to come read the messages. I said, I'm wondering if that's the nitrogen-filled stuff that a lot of newer cars are doing. And she said, no clue. They also topped up my wiper fluid for $50. I got low on it after my road trip last weekend. And this is where it went batshit. Because in my head, I went $50. You can get like a gallon jug of Rain-X stuff for $5 at AutoZone. Like, what? What's going on here? And I also come from a bit of a background, not with cars, but with heavy machinery, where you when you sell something, you say free something in service to get them back in the dealership so that you can then upsell additional services of convenience at a marked up rate, right? So after the wiper fluid for $50, she sent me another one, said, oh shit, please don't be mad. I just looked at the receipt and it was $100 per tire for the air. I misunderstood him. And my response was, holy honey. Well, I guess I'm not getting new tires for the truck then. She said, you're not mad? And I said, no, I'm laughing for what it's worth. It was supposed to be a free f***ing oil change. Somehow we just spent $600 for air and tires and a $5 bottle of windshield washer fluid. She said, sorry, I blacked out with the add-ons. Blacked out? I said to her, no, you got. That's the point of a service department. And I said, on a call, give me a few. So 10 minutes goes by. It was pretty quick. So she tried to call me, and I couldn't answer the phone because I was on a customer call. And she sends me a text that says, don't panic. It is a joke. I was pranking you. And she got a Timberlake from me. And yes, Richard, perfect timing, because she knows that like once I get in here and I get on a call, I don't really come up for air until about 5 or 6 in the evening. Like it's like there's 3 monitors here. I've got Teams over here. I've got Discord over here. I've got Zooms over here. Cameras right. It's a once that boulder starts rolling downhill in the morning, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Like I don't come up for air. She brings me food to sustain me. But I got. I told her that she got. I got. So Esther 1, Nick 0. Or I guess it's we're pretty even at this point. Actually, she probably owes me a lot more than that. But yeah, expert level indeed. That was, I mean, well played. Well played. And it doesn't help that with everything that's going on right now with the house, I am hyper aware of our cash outgo, our spend right now, because of all of the projects. We've got at least 6 different. We've have finished or have ongoing at least 6 different contractor projects going on in the house right now, trying to get them done before we get there in 3 weeks. So, I'm hyper aware of our financial outgo, right? Because I'm making sure that we can pay for all this shit. So, bravo. Well played, honey. Good luck. You'll buy her a drink for that one. Are you? You're coming to reInvent, Jason, aren't you? Okay. CES is usually January, I believe. I'd love to be able to go to that now that I'm actually living in Vegas. One of the reasons that I could never go to CES was that I couldn't afford the pass. 2, it's a consumer show, so I didn't really have access to a partner pass or anything like that. And 3, even in LA, it's a little bit inconvenient. Oh, the do. Doing the do. So today I thought we'd take a little break. And do a different kind of shopping. A couple of the things that we need for the house. We need dishwasher, washer dryer pair, and refrigerator. Refrigerator, I've got one. I've got a Samsung from 2013 that's currently our garage fridge that actually still works great. Who knows? I mean, all you gotta do is change the filters and those things. They just keep running. So we're gonna use that one temporarily and kind of wait on Black Friday deals for fridges. But we can't wait on a washer dryer. We can't really wait on a dishwasher. I guess we could if we had to. But what I wanted to do was kind of survey the landscape of washer dryers. See what sort of smart features are out there. Forgetting we can talk NetApp if you want to. What do you got in mind? Got any questions about any? We've made some announcements this week. Astra Data Store got announced yesterday as part of KubeCon. We announced the intent to acquire Cloud Checker. It's going to be a huge enhancement to Spot and the way that we do all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's lots to talk about with NetApp. Got Insight coming up next week. I said that at the very beginning. T-minus 1 week from today is Insight, folks. If you're not already, make sure you get into the NetApp Discord. I'll drop a link to it right here in the chat. We're going to be doing some watch parties. We're going to be doing some discussions. We may be doing some impromptu panels with the stage channels in Discord. To be determined. That's a lot of the stuff we're working on this week. And there's Ninja. What's up? What's up, Kevin? How you doing, man? Every single time I eat Jersey Mike's, it's delicious. It never disappoints. It's kind of like Five Guys. They never let me down. So yes, I wanted to get you guys, I haven't done this in a long time. I haven't had to because I've lived in rentals that have been equipped. So I wanted to see like what's the landscape like out there for smart washer dryers. Like does LG and we're pretty sold on LG or Samsung. Are there ones out there that you can monitor the progress of, start and stop, and all of that with mobile devices? Have they gotten that far yet? Can myself or Esther have an app on our phone that shows how long is left in a washer dry cycle? Oh, I'm absolutely going for the large capacity. That's a no-brainer. And the last time I bought a washer dryer was like early 2010s, 2011, thereabout. Actually, yeah, when I moved to RTP the first time. I was still doing scuba diving, so I had to wash wetsuits and all of that kind of stuff. And that's really where I started getting into like the large capacity stuff. But yeah, I'm large capacity or bust. The SmartThings app. Okay, so there is support for the Samsung stuff because Samsung bought SmartThings, right? They own it now. Okay. Brand. Samsung. I'm also a big LG fanboy for electronics, so we'll entertain it. We have gas. So we need to gas washer dryers. Saying that they have an app doesn't mean it actually works. That's a fair point. Fair point. LG only for TV. Okay. Why is that, Richard? That was pretty adamant. Okay. So we'll look at gas washer and dryers from Samsung. And we'll look at is there a capacity? I guess we need to take it down to smart, right? Washer, is it width? No. Okay, so I mean, we got it down to basically four options. 5.5 cubic feet looks like the biggest. But she doesn't want top load. She wants front load. So now we're down to a 5. So that pretty much whittles it down to this one. Oh, God. Can I remember my login? Hang on one second. No, actually, the top loaders are about half a cubic foot bigger from what I've seen. And even right there, that option we were just looking at on Costco. Okay, there we go. So that's not terrible. I was trying to budget around $2,500 for a pair, because I know they're usually about $1,100 a piece, $1,000 a piece ballpark, plus installation and all that. I think we're also paying a little bit more for gas. Okay, let's look up, where is the model number? Right there. And I'll do paste review. Where's the review? Oh, 46 reviews. Damn. That's pretty, I mean, just heaping praise on the things. Were there any 1-star reviews? When you're buying stuff like that, usage on a regular basis, how strong do you focus on user reviews? A lot, actually. It won't make the decision for me, but it'll help kind of guide me into a lane of... The thing that I use the Amazon reviews for the most, frankly, is oftentimes in reviews, they'll say, avoid this, buy this instead. Or this is an old version, buy this newer version with this model number. Stuff like that. And I don't give a lot of credence to people getting DOA devices. Or, like that stuff's going to happen. But I want to see, like, hey, I bought this thing 6 months ago and it lasted about 3 days. Like, I want to see that. Since you guys were barking at LG a minute ago, I did see it. There's an LG front load set that is notorious for leaking through the front door and flooding people's laundry rooms. So stuff like that, I definitely pay attention to. WFP 9110. What is this, Richard? Is this a different set? Is this a different model number? That's a microwave. Samsung 9110 series front load, world's largest capacity, 5.6 cubic feet. Oh, okay. Samsung 9110. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Wonder how many of those are like DOAs that just needed to be replaced. That looks a lot like what we have now. Let me see what we have now. 1 second. Yeah, we have the ones that are in the rental here that we're using are GE, but they're pretty large capacity ones as well. We've had a mixed experience with them. So this is the biggest Samsung front load. This is the kind of stuff that scares me. This is the kind of stuff that I pay attention to. It's not just about the manufacturer warranty. Like, I'll intentionally spend more at Best Buy to get the same thing. Plus, Best Buy does cost matching with Costco now, and buy the plans so that they just come pick up and bring me a new one. And if it's not available, they just give me the next model up. Right? I love Best Buy. I love Best Buy's plans. No questions asked. If there's a problem with it, they'll come out and try to fix it. If they can't fix it, they'll just replace it. Rather than having to load it on a truck, deal with a service center, wait for a technician to come out, all that stuff with the manufacturer plan, justifying, like, I'll drop the extra $100, $200, whatever it is. But see, the mixed reviews on this one gives me pause. On Samsung's site. This isn't like it's on some retailer's site. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a bad one. Every component has broken in the last 3 years. Like, I don't know how to take that. And this is you get the boilerplate response. And then you get does an amazing job. Washer does not last. This kind of stuff stresses me out a little bit. But it's from 4 years ago, so who knows? Speaking of which, let's go see what old Best Buy's got. Washers and dryers. Do they have pairs? Front loading washer dryer bundles. Can I filter? Shop all Samsung bundles. There we go. Ah, here we go. Samsung. Can I filter with anything else? 89135, I think, is the right zip code. Okay, I don't care. Like it'll just get delivered. We also talked the other day, like we could have the washer dryer delivered before we ever and installed before we ever get there, so that if we need to have the gas company come back out to hook it up, like we can arrive and the washer dryer's there. Whoa, 6 cubic feet. What was that about being the biggest, Richard? Jesus. $7.5 cubic foot gas dryer. Well, that's a bit more than I had planned to spend, honestly. I mean, Jesus. I think this was the one that I had looked at in Lowe's, but it was a top load and she didn't want it. Can I limit it down to gas? Gas. Is gas in here anywhere? I don't see it. Oh, we can eliminate top load. So there's that. Can we sort by... So we've got front load, Samsung, package deals. I just don't see where you can... Okay, whatever. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Everything's 4.5. That's probably what we're going to end up with. I do like that champagne color. Yeah, front load on the pedestal, definitely. We're definitely doing that. So here we go. What is this? Ooh. I don't really want the stackable. I think they're all stackable at this point. That champagne's really nice. 2,176 reviews. That's a lot. That's a lot of purchases. And I would argue that many of these 88 one-star reviews are manufacturing defects or just things that got past quality control. Yeah, and Esther is like 5'3", so her getting all the way down to the bottom of a large capacity top load is not fun. Even me at like 5'11", 6 foot, it's not easy. It's more frustrating than it's worth. Oh my God, look at all the pictures. Yeah, it looks great. I like that little tray on top too. That's cool. Oh, that's not a good look. Yeah, there's your pedestals. And they have compartments that you can put soap and fabric softener and all that stuff in. Fantastic. This one in that price range, I mean, that's a hell of a deal right there for $1,500. Are you kidding me? Like, where do you get the pedestals? Is this the same one with the pedestals? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's where you choose gas. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more. So, if I go back to Costco, yeah, this is the one that I was looking at, Richard, and you were trying to point me to another one. With storage pedestals. Ooh, that shot it up. An additional $500 for the pedestals. Damn. Only a 2-year warranty. Huh. And I don't think Costco sells the plans like Best Buy does. Yeah, Lowe's is the other place. Lowe's is the showroom where we go look at all of them. Because they've got such a big selection on the floor. But Ooh. There we go. Oh, well, I'm down to... Okay, so I'm limited to 1. The minute I turn on smart things, it goes down to 1. The hell is that thing? Air dresser, dark black, programmable standing fabric steamer. Damn. Okay, so that's the only one with smart things. Beard softener. Newsflash. Steam is hot. It's boiled water. It's at or above a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Steam hot. Steam burn. Okay, what if we take the smart things off? Type laundry stacking kit. What is that? No. It keeps going back to that one. Rating, price. Well, I guess I'm not seeing gas anywhere, guys. Okay. Well, I guess we just got to look manually then. We're at Lowe's now. This was the kit that I really wanted. Like, I really wanted, except it was the large capacity version of this. I think they look so good. But she doesn't want top load. Like, I was ready to buy the high capacity version of this. Like, we were looking at Labor Day. And they had huge deals going on at Lowe's. Like, I was ready to pull the trigger on the large capacity version of that one. I'm surprised they don't have a way to limit down to front load, top load. Gas dryer. There we go. So again, you could buy the plan. Yeah, there's the pedestals. So 2 of those. Right? And if we add the 4 items to cart, you can, I think, where do you buy the plan? In the cart? Those look really nice too. Add services. Don't need haul away and removal. There you go. So for $115, you get basically no questions asked. If it breaks, we replace it. So for the 2 pedestals, the 2 machines, and the warranty protections, and I believe this is the 3 years on top of the 2 years. So it picks up after the 2 year. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. But I feel like that's how you get to a 5-year thing. Basically, for $115. on a what, $800-900 on $1,000 device. It's kind of a no-brainer. Now, how often does something actually happen? Not that often. But damn, you really want that if something does happen. My Samsung refrigerator that I've got downstairs, that I bought in 2013, I think they cover it for 10 years. I'm pretty sure I've still got the original receipts where I bought that thing, because the Geek Squad Best Buy thing was like 10 years. It's only been 9 years. So yes, is it a little bit more? Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. Stupid camera. Terrible streamer. So basically with the two pedestals, the two devices, and each of them with their plans, throw some tax on there. Actually, no, if we buy these in Vegas, there's no tax. No, there is tax. There's no income tax. That's what it is. There's sales tax. Never mind. So, I mean, that's the one that I would show to Esther and be like, look at plus up to $3,700 in rebates. Man, that is pretty. So here's a question. For those of you that have gas dryers, is there a pilot light that has to get lit? I've never had a gas dryer. Help me out. How does that work? Ooh. Got you. So it's a sparker. It's an igniter. It just worked. That's a good thing. Yeah, Jason, pretty much starting about 2006 and beyond. Oh, I've got bread pieces in my beard. Gas became really huge over here, and a lot of the appliances, I mean, I think they even have gas. So there's definitely gas ranges. We've had that forever. That goes back even further. But at a certain point, we started bringing in like gas dishwashers, gas washer and dryers, because electricity was the thing that we were generating with coal power and nuke. So now that we're getting alternative energies like solar, there's kind of this swing back around to electric a little bit that's happening, especially for people that are going clean with solar and electric cars and stuff like that. There's kind of a swing back around to come back to electric, especially if you're able to generate yourself, like what we were talking about on Monday. Yeah, this is about what I wanted to spend. I wasn't expecting to drop an additional $600 on the pedestals. $500. But I mean, I can't be mad at that. You have to have yearly safety inspections. I'm not, and again, I'm not sure what's that. And the outlet is there. The 240 is there if I wanted to just use electrical. Like it's pre-run for gas with a little valve there. So I could just do electric. Like if it turns out that we could get a better washer dryer pair that's electric and spend the money there, like I would. There's no like prerequisite that I have to use gas. But I know how much laundry we do between the dogs and ourselves. Gym clothes, right? I'm hoping that at some point in the next 5 years or so I can get back into scuba. That means wetsuits and lycra. in salt water, and it's nasty stuff. I might even get a separate one, just a cheapo, shitty washing machine to put in the garage for that. That's what I used to do. All right, let me... Come on. What was I gonna... Oh, that's fun. So, October 13th, 2018 in Flagstaff, Arizona. We did LA to Flagstaff on our way to Carolina. In the Beamer. That was a fun car to drive across country. I didn't really push it because I had her and both the dogs in the car, but there were places where we saw triple digits, like in the emptiness of New Mexico and Texas. Cruised right along. The airbag suspension system on the higher end BMWs is absurd how good it is. Like I could take exit ramps at about 60 to 65 miles an hour, and the system will auto level itself. The technology that goes into the drivetrains and suspensions of those like 7 Series cars are insane because they're so heavy. They're such heavy vehicles, but they have this auto leveling system based on the amount of, if there's one person in the car, it's going to sit it down lower. If there's 4 people, it's going to raise it up a little bit higher. It does all of this automatically. And you can hear it running every now and then if you know what to listen for. Like I figured out when I could pick up on it. I drove for Lyft in this car. So you can imagine, like, instead, people that are used to doing Uber X or Lyft, and they're used to getting into some shitty Prius, and up rolls this dude with a beard and a giant 740. Hey, are you so-and-so? Yeah, come on in. It is a Destiny 2 shirt. Let's see. Yeah, so there's that one. The thing that's been hard for us to really look at are refrigerators, because we have such different priorities and different interests. Where are refrigerators? I gotta go back to appliances. Refrigerators. Yeah, it's been a stressful couple years. She is obsessed with KitchenAid as a brand. I like functionality over brand. I understand why KitchenAid is cool, but you're paying for the Mercedes emblem on that refrigerator more so than you're paying for its functionality. The style that I like are these that have a kind of a crisper drawer and a bottom freezer. But I also like the French doors. So if we had to, there's 2 KitchenAids with that. Yeah. And that's the other thing I don't like about KitchenAid. Jesus Christ. We looked at this one in Lowe's and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a magnificent fridge. No doubt. Tons of space. It's got 2 drawers underneath. It's got a built-in, I think it's a nugget ice maker. Which, yes, please. But it's got these really nice knurled handles that they just feel sturdy. As an engineer, I can appreciate that. But the fridge that I have now out in the garage is basically the exact same fridge as this one. So it's one of those things where we have to, like, I don't want to drop $4,000 on a fridge just because it's a KitchenAid one. Again, I'm looking at Samsung. And there you go. Basically the exact same fridge for almost half the price. 28 cubic feet for $2,400 on sale. I mean, effectively the exact same thing. She bakes, she picks the fridge. No. Very little of baking involves the refrigerator. Your entire kitchen and appliances wasn't much more than 4. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to stay there. Like, because I would like to replace the range top as well, because it's got those grates and the things that were really popular in the 2000s that are a nightmare to clean. You had to pull all the grates off. You got to pull the coils out. You got to... I want a flat top. Flat top. Wipe it off with some 409 and call it a day. Okay, yes, I know how a refrigerator works. Thank you. Now, see, this is cool. I love that. I've seen several and it locks. That's amazing. Oh, that was it. Okay. And it's a good point, Richard. And I mean, when we used to have like side-by-sides, French door freezers, the left side, whole left side is a freezer. Like that you could somewhat organize, but the big drawers is basically like a deep freeze that you just pile shit into. Like it's got the drawer on top of it like that you can kind of lay some stuff out. But yeah, the bottom drawer just becomes like this pit, Sarlacc pit of frozen goods. Just dump it in the freezer drawer. Whoa, what is that? What the hell? Whoa! Is that all a refrigerator? Dual ice maker with ice bites? Nugget ice. It's got a built-in nugget ice machine. Convert from fridge to freezer temperatures with flexibility to meet your family's food store. Oh, okay. So these bottom two, you could just use each of them independently as freezer or fridge to control the temperatures. That's really cool looking. The other thing we need is this phenomena that I learned about as a new homeowner called counter depth. So my existing Samsung, its depth is 36 inches, which is not counter depth. That is, counter depth is 22, 24 inches, something like that. So it's shallower, but it normally is wider to make up for it. So we're in a situation where the kitchen that we're moving into is set up for a counter depth fridge. It doesn't have a lot of space behind it. So we're looking at counter depth stuff. I wonder if that's a filter that you can do. They have counter depth refrigerators. There you go. French door, yes. We'll do, I mean, they're all stainless steel these days, aren't they? Except the really cheapo stuff. Again, for me, it's a capacity play. It's not really about... So there's a 27 cubic foot Samsung. Looks a lot like what's out in the garage. What was that? 27 cubic feet? 29 cubic... Whoa! Well, does it not have an... it has a water dispenser. But is there an ice maker inside? Can I make this bigger? No? Come on, guys. Damn, that's a big boy. How do you get a counter depth 27 cubic feet? That looks a lot like what's outside in the garage. It's got 2 drawers and then it's got the little slim drawer like that. You can put a lot of stuff in there. Where's the ice maker? Is it in the freezer drawer? Does it have it? It said it had an ice maker. Water filter. That's it. Ultra low, large capacity fridge, chilled water. So it doesn't do ice. Well, that's not gonna work. No wonder it's so cheap. Huh, okay. That's a big boy. 27, 25, 28 cubic feet Samsung. Dual ice maker. Now we're talking. God, it's scary just how much this looks like the one I have now. It must just be a newer version of the one that I have now. It looks just like it. Same exact little dial right there. Single ice maker noted in the... Okay. I mean, for $16.99, that's going to be hard to beat. I swear this is the... That's pretty cool. It's got... So, on the one that I have currently, this is outside on the top of where, like, the water dispenser is. All these controls. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. So they're putting them down in the freezer drawer now instead of it. Oh, so it's... Oh, I got it. So you can turn off the one... There's the one in the door, if I remember right. Damn it. Yeah. This one. This is... You got an ice maker up here, and it spits it out the door right there. And then you've got another one that you could probably turn off in the drawer down here. Because nobody's ever going to get an ice pick and break that up. Right? That's pretty. It's massive. Is it counter depth? I'm in counter... No, I guess I got out of counter depth. What are the... I saw dimensions somewhere. Yep, that is not counter depth. That is quite literally the exact same, more newer version of the fridge that I have outside in the garage. And you know, there's an argument to be made that we could just continue to run that one until it spits out, save ourselves $2-3 grand, prioritize it elsewhere. But we're not buying a fridge until Black Friday. We want to wait, see what Costco has, Lowe's, Best Buy, all the places. But this is definitely like the model that I've got in mind. I'd love to have the extra drawer, but I almost wonder if we need more refrigeration space, because my intention is to still have an outside fridge, garage fridge. But I'm also wondering if I just get a deep freezer for the garage instead of having a garage fridge. So it's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of decision to make. Because you can get a deep freezer, a large deep freezer for $500 or less to put in the garage. So if we have more refrigeration space, like with the one that I've got now, what are the plans? So let's do an add to cart. $140. You know? How do you not do that? If anything ever goes wrong with it, they come and get it. Deal ends October 13th. Let's look at some reviews. So this is basically the same fridge, just one is stainless and black stainless. Holy smokes, they've sold 6,700 of these? Wow, that's a big fridge. Not really, 24 and a half cubic feet. Those Samsungs were 28 cubic feet. Exterior ice and water dispenser, fingerprintless stainless steel. I saw the one that was it. I think Samsung's got the one with the one whole door is like a screen. I've never wanted to stand in front of my refrigerator and watch TV or make lists or any of that kind of stuff. I get the novelty of it, but I just don't know that we would actually use it. Yeah, not counter depth. That's a big fridge. Oh, video. Jangly guitar music.
Keep the items you use most within easy reach. With extra refrigeration space that lets you adjust dividers based on what you're storing. Refrigerated exterior drawer. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
Okay. All right. Nothing like a good jangly guitar music commercial. Where was the Black Friday deals? Wait, what? Did you guys see that? I'm not sure that's supposed to be there. Get a head start on holiday shopping? Shop all. I don't see appliances anywhere. Right. Black Friday 2022 actually starts this year on Black Friday, and it will run for the entirety of the year. It's like the businesses that are perpetually going out of business. Save 80% today, going out of business. We gotta get rid of it all. I don't see appliances. Are these small appliances? Are they not gonna have appliances on Black Friday? Appliances. Yeah, there's a high sense. No, thank you. Brands. Oh, they're not in alphabetical. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Samsung. Oh. What is that? Oh. That's disappointing. Oh well. There goes that idea. So Lowe's is out, unless we do one of the deals that we find now, which I think washer dryer wise is one of the things that we're going to do before Black Friday. I'd love to be able to wait, but I don't know that we can live for a whole month without a washer dryer. That's pushing it. I think what we need to do is go to Best Buy and go to Lowe's and actually touch and feel all of them, especially Lowe's. Lowe's seems to have the best showroom of all of the different appliances. Refrigerators, freezers, washer dryers, dishwashers. Like, they've got it They've got it all there. Stackable front load washer with steam. Got it. That's still an incredible price. Does that include the pedestals? Yeah, sure. Haul away. I don't have an old one. Protect your selections can be made in cart. Okay. Stream field trip. Why was there a problem adding it to my cart? What is this Total Tech? Free Geek Squad available 24/7. 24 months of product protection on most purchases. $200 a year. I had not heard of this before. Is this their way of trying to compete with Prime? Now, if they guaranteed next day shipping or guaranteed 2-day shipping for this, that could be a big deal. Including Apple Care. Huh. Free delivery and installation on TV mounting, which I use a lot. Dishwasher installation and home Wi-Fi setup. Well, I'm not sure I would know how to set up Wi-Fi, but there's a lot of people that don't. Interesting. Okay, one second. Let me actually get logged in here. How to account? Sign in. See if I can remember this. Another one that I need to sort out with LastPass eventually. There we go. Find a store. Okay, well, let's change it to find another store. 89135. Go. There's one across the street from me, I believe. Yeah, right here. Is that where it is? Oh, no, it's number 1. Yeah, it is across the street. Okay. Okay, cart. Pay annual fee and get some extra warranty and cut the line pass for in-demand items. I read it as more than that, Aaron. I think $199 is a little pricey, but you're gonna pay that for Apple Pay on a phone, especially if you're a annual refresher on your phone. Right? See all plans. So I could pay $200, or I could pay here it is, the 5-year standard Geek Squad protection, right? $135 for one item. Or I could pay $200 one time and get 2 years for all of my items that I buy. I mean, I'll admit I buy a lot of stuff at Best Buy, and I normally just buy the individual plans with the things that I get, right? I understand the upsell here. I think it's a little pricey. I think if they made this 36 months to match at least the standard Geek Squad protection, ideally I would like it to be the 5-year, as long as I keep this current, right? And I think that's the differentiator. You can't can you really have 5 years of protection for an annual fee? So if it's $200 a year, that means I'm paying $1,000 over the course of 5 years in order to get 5 years of protection. That's where it starts to get a little bit of gray area. But I don't know if I would choose this over this. 5 years on appliances. So you end up in this quandary where maybe you're a subscriber to this annually for $200 a year, but then you're still buying the 5-year plans on top of that. Or maybe you only do the 3 and it all lumps together. I don't know. It's weird because even though I'm a member for little things like mice and keyboards and Apple Care and all that stuff, right? Cables, hard drives, whatever you may run into. But whenever I buy an appliance, I'm going to buy the big 5-year deal because two years isn't enough. So they're going to double dip a little bit. You want to do a comparison stream where we do this in the UK and how all Americans are horrified at the size of our houses and appliances. All these appliances are bigger than our kitchen. Jason, the house that I'm in right now would terrify you. It's 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath. No, 3 bath. 5-bedroom, 3 bath, 3,500 square feet on a ½ acre. Cleaning it, and it's just for the 2 of us. It's a big house. It's too much house for the 2 of us. We know that. We recognize it. We're doing this kind of Goldilocks exercise, right? The first place, the townhouse that we moved into when we first moved back to RTP, it was too small. You could barely move around in the master bedroom. You had to sidestep to get between the bed and the wall so you could get in the bathroom. It's too small. And then we found this one for less money per month because we did a 2-year deal with them. And then it's just too big. Like we can't clean the whole thing. We have to have somebody come in and help us clean it because it's just 2 of us. The house that we just bought in, so we went from 2,100 square feet to 3,500 square feet, 3,600 square feet, coming back down to about 2,800 square feet. That 2,800 square foot sweet spot for us seems to work. Seems to be a sweet spot. And there's no backyard really. There's like a patio and some gravel because it's all desert landscaping in Vegas. And there's a lot of things that we have in the U.S. outside of the big cities, and that's land. We don't live on an island. So we got that going for us. I would wager the UK is more like LA in the sense that they're becoming concrete jungles. There's not a lot of land except unless you go up to the extreme north. There's not a lot of land left to develop. You're tearing down and rebuilding on top of existing infrastructure and stuff like that. That's LA. Out here, you want 150 acres of land? Pfft. Give me, I don't know, like $25K an acre. And you can have it. Build whatever the hell you want on it. No HOA. Run your own utilities. There's a lot of land left in the United States. We get so wrapped up in making sure that we're all in these metropolis bubbles. There's plenty of land. Look, Joe Onisick sold his nice place that he had in the Bay Area and went and took that same money and spent about 10% of it buying, I think, 1,500 acre ranch on the border of Montana and Wyoming, and has cows and shit. And farm equipment and chickens. All right, last thing we got to look at here. I'm pretty sold on this set. Dishwasher. Let's see what Best Buy has for dishwashers. It's not that we need the dishwasher. It's kind of a good practice that the same one's been in there, we think, since 2008. Smart dishwasher, huh? Pocket handle, hidden controls, 42 decibels or less, heated drying, third rack. What? Yeah, it's about what I... Whoa, KitchenAid. $1,000. Get out of here. I'll say this for Esther. She has expensive taste, but she doesn't spend a lot of money on clothes and shoes and bags and stuff like that. But by God, she wants her KitchenAid appliances. Jesus Christ. Let's look at one of these things and just let's see how good they actually are. $1,300? $1,300? I mean, that does look pretty slick. I mean, it's a dishwasher. It's a dishwasher. Does the whole thing come out? Is that what they're... yeah. Okay, so it's got quick button. Okay. How often would you actually pull the entire rack out of the dishwasher? Never? Would be my answer. It's kind of cool that it's got a top drawer like that. I get it. Oh, that's kind of nice for wine glasses. It looks really nice. But I don't know that I'm ever taking the whole the whole thing out. You just walk back and forth. You load up like 5 or 6 glasses, take them over to the cabinet and put them away. Watch the Technology Connections video on dishwashers. Which one, Drew? Oh, you would ask, what's the square foot of the new place if I exclude the 3rd floor? Oh, God, that's like 1/3 of the square footage, probably. I don't know. I don't have numbers on, like, the square footage of each floor. Unfortunately. All right, Ninja, have a good one, man. The top one here? Okay.
These things annoy me. This is a dishwasher detergent pack. Actually, one of 2 that came with my new dishwasher.
Yeah, we buy the Costco ones.
Detergent packs have become wildly popular lately. And you know what? That's cool. I get it. No mess, pre-dosed, convenient. Those qualities are worth a premium. Just don't eat them. I can't believe that ever needed to be said. Trouble is, these fly in the face of the way most dishwashers are designed to operate, including the one this came with. I have a feeling these guys are responsible for a lot of dishwasher dissatisfaction these days. See, if you use them exclusively, you may be significantly limiting your dishwasher's ability to clean. Now, have no fear, your Tide Pods are fine. This problem affects dishwashers specifically. To understand why, let's take a look at a dishwasher so we can learn how it works. Luckily, I have one. Right here. Hi. This is a fairly typical and basic household dishwasher built for the US market. Cue the comments about how European models are different. Actually, Yes, before we go too far, my experience is with the North American market, and there seem to be vast differences between the continents.
There you go, Jason.
I suspect the main point of my video here will apply to many of you over there, but I could be wrong, and in any case, I'm sure there are lots of particulars that will seem odd or different. Please do comment about them. It boosts engagement. On that note, before we get into the main point, there's a bit of advice I want to give to North American viewers specifically. Okay, I spent way too much time on this. Basically, because it's always been this way, North American dishwashers are hooked up to hot water. Now, because of this, they don't expect to heat the water for the first rinse. But since you probably don't get hot water right away at your kitchen sink, it might start washing with cold water, and that alone will really affect performance. If you aren't already in the habit of doing so, you should run your kitchen faucet until you get hot water before you start the dishwasher. Since the dishwasher is almost always hooked into the kitchen sink, this ensures it starts washing with hot water. Yes, this wastes a bit of water, and the entire practice of hooking it into hot water is questionable in the first place, but that's just the way it is, and if you think your dishwasher sucks, you should really try this if nothing else. Anyway.
Good point. I never even thought about that.
Model, this dishwasher is constructed mostly out of plastic. Normally, it's installed under the countertop, which is why they only bother to give it good looks on the one side, though so-called portable models, which really just means they're on wheels and don't require permanent installation, as well as countertop models are available, if uncommon. Also, it comes with this nice blanket to keep it warm. Or maybe it's for sound deadening. Probably that. Dishwashers are actually very simple appliances, and they haven't fundamentally changed since they were invented, actually. That's right, Josephine Cochrane's dishwasher design, patented all the way back in 1886 and considered to be the first modern automatic dishwasher, worked more or less exactly how this one does. And really, that shouldn't be too surprising because it's not like the physics of washing dishes have changed from then to now. Speaking of, how does one wash dishes? Great question! First, you get some dishes. Then, you use them to help you prepare and consume a meal. After that's done, now you got dirty dishes. To clean them, all you'll need is some hot water, some soap, and something to scrub with. Fill your sink up with some hot water, add some soap, and go all scrubby. The mechanical action of your scrubbing combines with the cleaning actions of the soap and the heat of the water to break food residue apart and release it from the dinnerware. Now, just give it a good rinse, and you have a clean plate, or whatever. And
or whatever.
In a commercial kitchen, don't forget to fill the third compartment of your 3-compartment sink with an approved chemical sanitizer solution or extremely hot water. Remember, wash, rinse, sanitize. But here's the thing. You don't actually need something to scrub with to wash dishes. Scrubbing with a towel, sponge, what have you, imparts mechanical force on food grime, releasing it from plates, silverware, etc. Water by itself can accomplish the same thing, though. Ask any canyon and it'll tell you just how abrasive water can be. Well, okay, we're not talking about erosion here, but water is heavy stuff. A jet of water can impart a fair bit of force simply because it's moving at high speed and has a substantial mass. You've sprayed dirty boots with a garden hose before, or something like that anyway, so you've seen this firsthand. Dishwashers use this same principle. Combine it with a bit of soap and time, and you've got automatic dishwashing. Now, you could simply use the water in your home's pipes, send it through nozzles to create jet streams from the pressure, and spray the dishes, but that would be very wasteful. So instead, dishwashers fill themselves with some quantity of water and use an electric motor to drive a pump which creates its own pressure. The same water will be recirculated through the dishwasher for long periods of time, which also means that any detergent that's added stays in the water and doesn't get flushed away immediately. How and when detergent gets added to the water is important. Foreshadowing. When necessary, a second, smaller pump is used to drain the water, although the mechanical particulars there vary from model to model. Inside the dishwasher are a series of sprayer arms, which, you guessed it, are armed with sprayers. The main pump sends the water it moves into these arms, which, by restricting the flow from the pump and causing a buildup in pressure, create a series of water jets to be directed at the items to be cleaned. The jets are pointed in all sorts of different directions, a definitely deliberate design decision, distributing a deluge of detritus decongestant directly at dirty dishes. Importantly, the spray nozzles are arranged so that the reactive force produced by the water exiting the nozzles causes the arms to rotate for more complete cleaning coverage. Let's now take a look at the various components of this dishwasher. The large plastic box, which forms the bulk of its structure, is called the tub. It's not always plastic, and for a name like tub, it seems to be on its side, but
Hey,
it
what's
is
up,
the
Todd?
tub nonetheless.
You did, man.
A small cavity at its bottom, known as the sump, houses the pump assembly and
We're
provides
researching
much of the space
dishwashers.
for the water that it will fill itself with. When cleaning, the pump takes in water through these filter screens and forces it through a pair of pipes which lead to the sprayer arms.
Ugh.
One pipe leads directly to the bottom sprayer, and in this case, there's a suspended sprayer arm below the top rack, as well as an adorable little one at the very top.
Oh, it's Whittle.
Those two are fed by a pipe traveling up the rear of the tub's exterior. All of the mechanical bits of the dishwasher hang from the bottom of the tub, and you might be
Hey,
surprised
what's up,
at
Adam?
how few there are. Only
Welcome.
4 things need to be controlled here. First, there's a solenoid valve which allows clean water into the tub. Second, there are 2 electric motors that drive the pumps. The large one provides the pressure for cleaning and discharges through the sprayer arms, and the smaller one discharges to this hose for draining.
For those of you that are just arriving, we've been researching appliances for the new house in Vegas, and somehow we got to Technology Connections YouTube channel on how dishwashers work, because we're engineers and we're nerds and we like to do stuff like this. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream.
And finally, there is the resistive heating element, with its terminals protruding through the tub here. And that's it. Since this is a modern dishwasher, there is a microprocessor at the helm, and it monitors a few sensors. This one here is a mechanical float switch, which signals that the tub is full. However, this is a backup input. It doesn't actually fill the tub anywhere near this full. Instead, there is a second hidden sensor here. I suspect the float switch is there mainly to guard against overfilling in case the main sensor fails or the solenoid valve gets stuck open, or some other thing. Lastly, there is a temperature sensor which helps it know when it needs to heat the water. Oh, and of course there is also a door switch so it can tell if the door is open or not.
Your door is
Speaking
ajar.
of the door, now let's talk about the door. This is where the brains of the operation are, including the logic board and user input panel, as well as 2 more things the dishwasher has control over. Built into the door at the top is a vent that opens when drying, and about midway up the door on the inside is the star of the show, the detergent dispenser. See, because of how dishwashers work, it would be best for it to be able to release detergent into the tub at a specific point in the cleaning cycle. That is, after all, the entire point of having a detergent dispenser. It wouldn't bother with one if it didn't want control over when it's introduced to the wash water. And this is where, in my opinion, dishwasher detergent packs are making things worse for all of us. Well, those of us with dishwashers anyway. To explain what I mean, we need to observe the dishwasher in action and uncover its sequence of operations. When a cycle is started, after running the drain pump for a while to get any stray water that might be in the tub for whatever reason out of it, the water inlet...
Hang on. Was this a waffle? Is he got a waffle iron? Or like a hot plate? I guess he's just trying to weigh down the hose to hold it in this tub of water. What the hell is going on here? I love this. This is such an engineering demonstration.
For a while to get any stray water that might be in the tub for whatever reason out of it, the water inlet valve is opened and water is let in. Once it's full, it runs the main pump and starts cleaning in earnest. Remember that this water isn't being heated by the dishwasher, so unless you ran your kitchen tap, this may be stone cold. Because the dishwasher has filled itself with so little water, hardly even a gallon, or 4-ish liters, it can't run the bottom and top sprayers at the same time, so it periodically switches which ones are cleaning. I believe it accomplishes this simply by reversing the direction of the pump motor, as I don't see any sort of valve anywhere. When it's not cleaning the bottom rack, water is redirected out the rear supply pipe and sent into the top sprayers. This does have the unfortunate side effect of making the wash cycle much longer, but comes with the benefit of reduced water usage.
Okay.
In many dishwashers, including this one, the impeller of the main pump acts something like a garbage disposal. It shreds food particles apart so that they can easily be drained and won't harm your plumbing. This isn't universal, though. Some dishwashers, notably models made by Bosch, instead use filter screens to trap particles, and these require periodic cleaning. Sounds gross, but whatever. This dishwasher is of the pulverizing variety, and it's actually got a really clever design feature. The bottom sprayer arm shoots jets of water along the bottom of the sump to push solids into the main pump intake, where they will be shredded into gloop. Neat! This first fill of water is responsible for, well, a lot. The dishes are as dirty as they'll ever be when you first start the dishwasher, and there's a lot of grime to take care of. That means
It's interesting that he cut a window and I guess just caulked in some plexiglass or something here to be able to see inside of it. Don't chop up broken glass. Oh, man. We had one fail on us last summer. The one that was here in the rental. And then we had to go through the whole thing of the supply chain end of last summer, trying to get a replacement one. And the landlord wanted to cheap out and just buy whatever was available. So we kind of intervened and was like, no, not that one, this one, because it's more like what was in here originally. And they were like, all right, fine, whatever. And the guy that came and installed it hooked it all up, ran it for the first cycle, and the entire kitchen flooded. Luckily, we were watching it. We stopped it. But by the time we got the thing to stop and yanked the door open and unlocked and everything, there was probably 2 gallons of water spilled out all over the floor. It was a lot of water. It took several towels and mops to get it all up. But yeah, I've always wondered what it looks like inside of a dishwasher. That's kind of the thing that I'm watching here the most, is what the inner workings of a dishwasher look like. Because I don't know that I've ever seen it.
this fill of water gets filthy fast, so it doesn't spend much time with this water, only about 15 minutes. It then drains it away, and it fully expects this water to be friggin' nasty. The next step in its program is to fill with just a bit of water and run the pump in a few short bursts. This dilutes whatever's left of the nastiness. After all, there will always be at least some water left in the sump from the last fill, and probably helps ensure the pump doesn't clog. It then drains this small quantity of water. Now notice that this entire time, the detergent dispenser has remained closed. Because the first fill is the nastiest and also the shortest, it doesn't make sense to release the detergent right away.
True.
Again, that is the entire reason the dishwasher has a mechanism to hold and release detergent. It has to get the nasty stuff out first, and if it had released the detergent, well, the detergent would have left with all that nasty stuff in the first 15 minutes of the cycle. That's no good. But wait, you say. Isn't detergent, there to help it clean? Wouldn't it be good to have some in the first fill to help it get more gunk off faster?
Yeah, it's what the secondary fill is.
Yes, it would. And this is why many dishwashers, and in fact every single model I've encountered personally, have not one, but 2 places for you to put detergent. One of which, the pre-wash compartment, is open to the tub to release detergent immediately for the first fill, in this case through these little vents. And the other, the main wash, is sealed until the dishwasher's program calls for it. Are you starting to see why I don't like detergent packs? Quick note, for those of you with dishwashers that don't have a pre-wash basin, hold your commenting fingers because we'll get to you. So, this dishwasher, like many, many others out there, is designed with the expectation that some detergent will be in that first fill, and that more detergent will be available to it when it wants it. And sure enough, after it drains the real nasty water out of itself and does that little purge routine, it fills up with fresh water, this time completely, so it can start cleaning again. Shortly after it begins, it opens the detergent dispenser. It spends a long time with this water, nearly an hour. With most of the real nastiness long gone, it can really work to clean the stubborn bits with very soapy and mostly clean.
Hang on, Todd. Let's talk about that. You just found out you aren't supposed to rinse the dishes first. They come out cleaner if you put them in with a little junk on them? What manner of sorcery is that? I always kind of pre-wash with not a Brillo pad, but like a sponge and a little rough pad. I'll pre-wash in the sink before I load them in the dishwasher. Because 9 times out of 10, if I don't do that, they come out dirty. And I'm sitting here going, is it because we don't preheat the water before we start the cycle? Is it because we use the pods? I'm asking all kinds of questions now. My engineering brain's going apeshit. Never wipe and wash with water. Why bother? Because I've never trusted dishwashers to do it correctly, is why.
Water. This is also where it turns on the heating element to heat the wash water further, if needed. which, since 15 minutes has passed since the last fill, is almost a given. Again, we might want to rethink this whole dishwashers are hooked up to hot water business, because I think it might be more harmful than helpful. Your water heater ends up heating a bit of water that gets cold again by the time the dishwasher actually needs it. It's not great. Now, after it's done cleaning, it needs to rinse your dishes to make sure there's no detergent left on them. To do this using as little water as possible, this dishwasher takes special care in the draining of the main wash. It adds a bit of water while the drain pump is still running to dilute what's left in the sump. Then it does the same small fill and purge routine it did after draining the first fill. This further dilutes what's left, around for about a half hour while also heating it.
That is to show when it's heating the water. So you'll draw a voltage when the heating element comes on to heat the water. It's not a very exact science either, and I think that's what he's trying to demonstrate here, is that the dishwasher really never has hot water when it actually needs it. I think that's the fun part of this demonstration, is that we go through the motions of heating water almost in a time where the water's never hot when it needs it. I know that I have to run my faucet for about a minute before I get hot water. In the bathrooms, in the kitchen, sink, anywhere. I have to run it for about a minute. So now I'm sitting here, I'm questioning everything.
If you have a sanitize option, this is when that happens. In the US, the rinse water will be heated to at least 150 degrees Fahrenheit per the NSF specification on residential dishwashers. After the final rinse, it drains this water away and runs the heating element to dry the dishes if desired. Let's step back a moment. What do we need detergent for in the first place? What does it actually do? Well, a number of things. Dishwasher detergents are concoctions of various chemical surfactants and enzymes with 3 particularly useful properties for washing dishes automatically. It helps break down proteins in food, and it acts as an emulsifier and a dispersant. They also don't produce suds, an absolute necessity when pumping water around in a machine. This is why you can't use plain dish soap in a dishwasher. Otherwise, this happens.
Yep.
Fun. Except not at all.
No.
Oh, and dishwasher detergent is the main reason some things aren't...
I have a friend whose kid was trying to help. And bless his heart, he put Dawn. He put liquid Dawn in the dispenser and started the dishwasher and went to bed. And Dad was upstairs watching TV in the man cave. Came back down later to get a snack, and it was basically a foam party in the kitchen.
Aren't dishwashers safe? It's more aggressive than just plain soap, and so can harm certain items or finishes. Anyway, you know that oil and water don't mix, right? This presents problems when cleaning dishes because we often have various oily substances in our food which in turn end up on dishes. Emulsifiers can ease the tensions between oil and water. Dishwasher detergent, and in fact soap more broadly, is an emulsifier. It allows oil and water to mix by encapsulating tiny oil droplets in structures called micelles, which then become suspended in the water. The emulsifying action of the detergent thus allows you to clean oily things using water. Fun fact, egg yolks are an emulsifier, which is why eggs are often called for in recipes for baked goods where oil or butter is to be mixed with flour and water. You need them to keep the oil or butter from separating out of the batter, dough, etc. Which leads us to the dispersant properties of detergent. Dispersants, also known as dispersing agents, are used to keep keep things in suspension. I will now read this amazing sentence from Wikipedia. Dispersants are widely used to stabilize various industrial and artisanal products, such as paints, ferrofluids, and salad dressings. The main benefit of having a dispersing agent in the dishwasher detergent is that it helps keep oil droplets, food particles, what have you, in suspension so they don't settle out of the water and form a nice buildup of residue, because that'd be gross. Plus, it keeps them from redepositing on the dishes, as that would be counterproductive. So basically, detergent helps break down food things and helps them mix with the water, which makes the water more effective at getting food things off plates and stuff.
Let me also qualify something here. Before I met Esther about 4 years ago, I was the quintessential bachelor. Admittedly. I would go through every dish that I had in the cabinets before I washed the dishes. I admit that. So when I say I pre-washed, it was because they might have been sitting in there for a couple or 3 weeks with barbecue sauce caked onto them, or I don't know, fried eggs stuck to them. Speaking of egg yolks, it was almost out of necessity that I had to pre-wash it because of just the way that I did stuff. Using all your dishes. Exactly. Why do I need to wash dishes when I've got plenty of clean ones? And then I went the ultimate bachelor route and I was like, this shit. I don't need to wash anything anymore. Chinette, baby. Paper plates. Let's go. I just got to throw a plate away. It got bad. Like and it was one of those things where it wasn't even about being lazy. It was about time investment. Like I got so busy doing the orbital jigsaw stuff in 2016 and 2017 that I didn't really eating for story time. Let's take a pause. Story time. And then we'll get out of here. I've heard enough about dishwashers. I'll finish watching this later. So growing up as a kid, I was the older sibling of two. Sister was 3.5 years younger. And I was always, give it to Mikey, he'll eat it. I was not a picky eater as a kid. Like, as long as I wasn't eating olives and Brussels sprouts, I was fine. And I was also the billy goat of the dinner table. Meaning, I would eat everybody else's leftovers. I was a big kid. I was an athlete. So it wasn't an official ritual, but it wasn't uncommon for me if my parents or my sister didn't finish their plate to just scrape it onto my plate, like Bomber in The Hobbit when they're having the big feast in Bilbo's Hobbit hole. Just scrape it onto my plate, and I would finish it. So I ate a lot. I've always eaten a lot. And then after high school, I went to a military academy where it was the exact opposite. You did get 3 meals a day, but there were times when you might have 30 seconds to eat a meal. Think about that for a second. I might have 30 seconds because you're sitting at a communal table of 10 people. There's an officer on each end of the table, and the hall is full of about, let's say, 1,000 people. 275 of which were freshmen. We called ourselves plebes. It was the indoctrination period. If one plebe stood up and started singing the fight song, all the plebes had to stand up and sing along and the fight song. This would go on and on and on and on. Everybody else had to have food before you could start eating. And between fight songs, your officers asking you to recite regs, cite the Pledge of Allegiance, whatever it might be, because they would just like poke you and mess with you the whole time. You might have a grant in a 20 to 30 minute lunch. You might have about 30 seconds to actually consume sustenance. So there was this habit that teaches you to just as fast as you can. As much as you can, as fast as you can. And it carried on in life. I looked at eating as a necessary chore to get on with and get past so that I could go on and do other things. It was exactly like basic training. We called it indoctrination at the academy. It was 6 weeks in the summer leading up to Labor Day. At 5 a.m. reveille, run 10 miles, do all kinds of PT. And it's still to this day, I don't really like chew my food as much as I should. It's led to GI issues. It's led to all kinds of, it's led to like weight problems. It's led to snoring. There's all kinds of stuff that habit. So it's been one of those things where I try to eat. Did the stream freeze? Is it back? Oh, it's back. There we go. Froze up there for a second. Yeah, so exactly, Todd. Eat and get out before they can haze you anymore, basically. And that has just carried on throughout my life. There was a point, so to get to where I was in 2016, 2017, eating off of paper plates and choosing not to do dishes, it was a combination of that mentality of eating to get past it and get back to work, and just eating your food so fast and not having time to really deal with dishes. Was there a smidgen of laziness in there? Sure, but it was more about I'd rather be doing this thing that's productive more than anything else. It was more of a prioritization exercise, if anything, than anything. So the combination of those two things is what led there. It's weird. It's hard to describe. And normally when Esther and I try it, we go out, we have a meal. I'll get a big steak. She'll get a little 6-ounce filet. And I'll polish off a 30-ounce ribeye in the time that it takes her and my sides and salad before she's ever really gotten through half of her steak. I don't know how to fix that. It's just beat into my head. Even the last 10 years of working at a tech vendor. Think about the meals that you eat when you go to trade shows. When we were at Mandalay, I would run down, grab a couple of pieces of pizza, shove those down my throat as fast as possible, and get back upstairs so that I could keep networking, go to my next session, whatever that was. I didn't sit down and enjoy a meal. At least not until the evening. And some of the evenings, you don't eat until 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So it's one of those things that it even perpetuated its way into my professional life, where it was just a get the food in, as much food as fast as you can, and get out. You ate so much cheese when I was working conferences. What, from just like string cheese or what? I don't know what that's from. No, I would go down to the little food court at Mandalay that's at the bottom of the convention center, and there's like Sbarro and Nathan's hot dogs and those things that are down there. MGM, right outside of MGM, you had the little food court thing with the Wendy's in it on the strip. Yeah, I'd run out there, go to Wendy's, shove a double bacon cheeseburger down, and suck down a Diet Coke and run back in, because I had shit to do. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it or fix it, frankly. Cold hot dogs. Been a traveling hockey player for 24 years. It's rare on tourney weekends I eat anything you would classify as a healthy meal. Yeah, Johnny Rockets. When we were doing MGM earlier in the decade, before we switched over to Mandalay, I'm trying to remember what was it. There was the noodle joint. There was the Jade Chinese place, I think, that also had ramen. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I always loved VMworld in Vegas because of the Venetian, and you had all the restaurants in the Encore right next door. Yeah, and Wheelchair, that's like any other concession stand anywhere. What are you gonna get? Hot dogs, nachos, and what, beer? You gonna take a tall boy out on the ice with you? Yeah, Yardbirds rocks. My favorite sushi joint is over there in the Encore. I can't remember the name of it though. I know exactly where it is. I can walk straight to it. I have no idea what the name of the place is. But Yardbirds, Glenn, Sully, and I ate at Yardbirds in 2018, and it was delicious. The honey butter biscuits. I want to go back to live events. Oh, egg slut in the Cosmo. Yeah, I love the Cosmo because it's the only Marriott property on the Strip. I'm a Marriott Elite member. Those honey butter biscuits in Yardbirds are just oh it's so good. Okay, in chat, everybody tell me my absolute favorite, or tell me your absolute favorite restaurants in Vegas on the Strip. Go. Or anywhere else for that matter that you've been to, like as part of a conference. What are your absolute go-to favorite restaurants? Mine personally is Strip House. It's in Planet Hollywood. Oh, I've got two. Strip House in Planet Hollywood is probably one of my favorite steakhouses. Then there's the other one. What's the place with the giant chicken and waffles? Hush Hush A Go-Go or something like that? Yeah. Hash House A Go-Go. I mean, if you want to be a fat kid, go to Hash House A Go-Go in Las Vegas. I believe it's in the Link now. It used to be Imperial Palace. The chicken and waffles. Let me just show this to you guys in case you've never been. Let me show you what they bring to the table. If they have, yep, there it is. It's ridiculous. Oh, come on. There it is. There's 4 waffles, 2 giant chicken breasts, deep fried chicken breasts with a massive steak knife just stabbed down through the whole thing. And that looks a lot nicer than the one I remember. Oh. Fuck. I don't know that, I don't think I've ever taken Esther here, or if she's ever been. It's absurd. There's a good picture. See if this one comes out. There you go. Oh. I promise you, it's more food than was meant for any mere mortal. And Hash House A Go-Go prides themselves on being ridiculously sized portions. I've been there for breakfast. That you can see the size of the pancakes. They're bigger than my head. They have biscuits and gravy. They're open all the time. They're open late. They're open till like 3 in the morning or something like that. And they do like an early bird breakfast for clubbers and things like that. But you can see here. Does this picture blow up? There we go. I want you to pay attention to scale. Here's a guy taking a picture with an iPhone compared to the size of the plate that's a foot or 2 below his phone with scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy. You can also kind of see this perspective of the handle of the knife is about the same size as his phone. If you guys haven't been to Hash House in Link yet, next time you go to Vegas, and then there's that pancake. I have successfully eaten a plate with a 3 stack of these pancakes, 2 scrambled eggs, and some hash browns. Yep. I am a fat kid. I own that. There is not much more that I love in life than eating. There you go. There's a nice high-res picture. Loading like it's on a cable mode or a dial-up modem. Look at the state of that thing. Oh. It's so good, guys. And it's not only are they massive portions, the food is freaking delicious. It's really good stuff. I want to make sure I'm not missing a meeting right here. Hang on one second. We got to wrap this up. No. Okay, good. There are old pictures of me and Chris Gebhardt and Julian Cates and Glenn Sizemore and Pete Fletcher. We all went as a big group one time. And I think Madeline and Melissa and others were there from the events team. Got a big table. And we must have ordered 6 orders of the chicken and waffles between all of us. The amount of chicken and syrup that was on that table was absurd. Oh, by the way, I can't believe I forgot the best part. You can kind of see it in this picture. Do you happen to notice that little flap hanging out? This little dark right here? When they make the waffles, they lay an X of giant thick-cut bacon in an X and then pour the batter in the waffle maker. So you get 2 chicken breasts and all 4 waffles have an X of thick-cut bacon in the middle of them. I completely forgot about that. Wow. Wow. Since I've got a few minutes, let me see if I can pull something up real quick. Give you guys a little throwback. Photos. This is going to take some dialing back. Oh, maybe not. I'll show you guys this one. They've shut down. This was my other favorite place to go to in Vegas. It was called KGB Burger. I think, Jason, you've been here with me. I know we took a group of the A-Team and like me and NF and Dan Isaacs and a bunch of other people. 2014. I think I was there for the Gartner conference, for Gartner Data Center or something like that. That burger was the best burger I've had in the entire world. And the owner unfortunately had really bad MS. And ultimately had to shut it down. So there's that one. There's KGB Burger. Do I have one? What is that? That's a giant spaghetti and meatballs. There's a lot of pictures on my Facebook of me in Vegas eating. Another trip to Vegas a month later. Another giant burger. Let's see. Is it starting to make sense as to why I'm moving to Vegas? Let's see. What have we got? What do 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 we got? Bear with me, guys. I'm scrolling. I really want to find that picture. Now, I guess I'll have to show it to you guys later. Damn. You know where it is? I think it's in one of the albums on Facebook, not just my photos. For VMworld from long ago. VMworld. There's Barcelona 2013. VMworld US 2013. See if it's in here. Bear with me one sec. I think this is it. That was day 1. Okay, that was day 0. Lot of pictures. This is when I got a new camera and I was really picture happy. I swear there's a picture in here. Oh, God. You guys remember that, Nick? With the George Lucas? This is when I was growing my hair out for St. Baldrick's to cut it. To shave my head. I wanted to grow it out for a year and then shave it. No, you met me long before that, Todd. This is 2013. You and I go back to like the LA V-Mug when we used to do them in the friggin' Sherman Oaks Galleria. You would come over, I think you would come over from Amgen, and then we went to... That's right! Yeah! And we went to Cheesecake Factory. That's right. That's like 2009, 2010. That's way before this. Let me see. One more day. Oh, here's some food in here. What is that? Oh, oranges. The party. Here, I can just show you guys this. G Sizzle. There's Joel and Julian. C-Rod. Jack McLeod. There's Gibbs. Aaron Banks. Maddie Calger. Jace. Man, there's a lot of throwback in here. No telling who you'll find in these pictures. Oh, there's what's his name that went to Cumulo. Brian can never remember his last name. Yeah. Everybody got their picture. Who was that? 49ers player. Yeah, my go-to at Cheesecake Factory is the Steak Diane. Ronnie Lott. That's what I was trying to remember. Then there's this guy. Who else we got in here as a throwback? I don't know why I took all these pictures. I think I was just excited to play with my new camera. Then there was this. They had a zombie at their wedding. It was Cusack. Old Dave and Caroline. I don't know who that was. Trying to sneak into the picture. There was a zombie there for some reason. I don't know. Hey! There's that guy. I love Mike, man. Oh, look at that. Them two good-looking dudes. What happened to those guys? One of them's still pretty good looking. Hey, who's that guy? Oh yeah, that's right. The Veeam party that year was the James Bond thing. All right, so this was, what day was this? This was day 3. I think that's it. Damn it. I thought I had Oh, it might be in here. Somewhere down at Fisherman's Wharf, I got a giant burger. This was some giant, ridiculous calzone I had. I just ordered the biggest calzone. Oh, this is back in San Francisco, so this isn't even Vegas. Hey, it's that guy. What's up, Nick? The other Nick. Yeah, good times. Good times. I'll see if I can find some other pictures, but yeah, Hash House A Go-Go, definitely on the list. What did you put in Discord? Small adjustment need. Oh, that's that. It just needs to be refreshed. Where is the social media? Yeah, I'll deal with it later. Yeah, there you. Oh, wow! Look at that, Jason. You look so young in that picture. Oh my God, man! Look at you, strapping young lad. What happened? You bought a house and had a baby and grew a beard. Oh, In and Out. Yeah, the 4x4. Attaboy. Attaboy. So that's for those in the know, that is what we call a 4x4. It's what a 4x4 animal style looks like it. I don't know. I've never been a big In and Out guy. Strip steaks, fantastic. Can't fault a Denny's fry up at all. It's not like they have a full English. What is this joint? One of my more fun stories is that myself and Mike Letchin went to this pho place. We were trying to at like 2 a.m, at midnight, something like that. And it was off the strip, and it was like a 30-minute cab ride. And we just asked one of the concierges, like, where do you go to get ramen or pho? And he told us the name of this place, and we mapped it, and we got in a cab at the valet and took us there. And it was this amazing pho restaurant. Like, holy smokes, it was good. I think that's the full. There you go. That's probably the best picture right there. That's the best one I've seen yet. Can I make this one full? Come on. Look at that. Oh my God. It looks so good. Oh, please blow up properly. Can I do a copy image? Oh, I want to save that. I want to blow it up so we can look at it. New from clipboard. Oh, man. So you can see the bacon coming out of the waffle. Out of every waffle, there's bacon in it. 2 giant strips of chicken. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to live in Vegas, guys. I can't wait to be there. It is such a long time coming. You guys don't even know. Okay, Outlook, you hush. I'm coming. I'm coming back to work, I promise. I do have to go to work, guys. T-minus 1 week. Actually, less than a week at this point for Insight. Hope everybody enjoyed VMworld yesterday. We enjoyed the watch parties. KubeCon and VMworld are both going on this week. We've got Ignite happening at the end of November. We've got... or is it the beginning of November? reInvent is the end of November. Ignite is like the 5th through the 7th. 2nd through the 4th. I'll be on the road. So, Drew, if you're going to do a watch party, that's kind of on you, brother. We can talk about it. Would love to do one for the keynote. Jason, if you want to do one in the Orbital Jigsaw Discord too, that wouldn't hurt. Definitely want to support the Microsofts. Even though Dooley's not with Microsoft anymore, we still want to represent. Ignites, Satya always gives a good keynote. And then we've got AWS reInvent, which is, I think, November 27th this year. It's normally the first week of December, but they moved it back into, November 29th. When is the keynote? Campus Shuttle, Swag Desk, Help Desk, Midnight Madness. Wow, they got all kinds of stuff going on. Okay. Self-paced last round of boot camps, breakout content, lunch, spotlight, keynote, 3 p.m. That might actually be noon. Oh no, okay, so it will be in the evening. And they're opening the expo, so that's on Monday. Wow, they got a lot going on. Look at they're making the best of that week. They're doing 6 days. What casino is it in? Or what venue? I do have a session at reInvent. I'll be doing a breakout session on the cloud portfolio and FSX for ONTAP. That's in the works. Well, where? Tell me where it's going to be. I know it's in Las Vegas. It's across 4? What? Holy, so they're expecting a crowd then. Holy smokes, okay. Good to know. I might need to get a place on the strip then, if it's going to be that big of a show. Because it's about a 25 to 30 minute ride to where my house will be from the strip. It's okay. We'll look at it another time. If you're not, just keep an eye on the Discord, guys. Todd, I don't know if you made your way into the NetApp Discord yet, but we've got a special one for NetApp now. We're doing a lot of the industry watch parties over there. The consumer stuff. I'm trying to focus the consumer stuff into Orbital Jigsaw, like Apple, gaming and things like that into Orbital Jigsaw, and bring some of the industry stuff over to the NetApp Discord. Last time in person was like, I've never been to a reInvent live. I've watched the keynotes, online. But I've never actually been to a reInvent before. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited that it's the first real one I get to go back to in person, because it's one of those that I've always missed. Your last reInvent was 2015, yeah. We've had a lot going on there for the last few years. 17, 18, 19 were big years for us, breaking into the cloud stuff. This year with FSX ONTAP and the hype behind it. I can't tell you hard numbers, guys, but the first month, absolute rocket ship. That thing is going to explode. It's limited to 15,000 tickets. Yeah, and I think you do have to show proof of vaccination, either upon registration or at badge pickup. So I've got my card that I keep in my wallet. I think Esther and I are going to try and get boosters as well at some point if we can, if the eligibility opens up. You're going to try and do it in person this year? Depends on customers. Come on out, man. It's going to be a good time. Jason, you too, brother, if you can figure out how to make it work. But I got to go, guys. Got to go do some work. Wrap the day up. Thanks, everybody, for hanging. This was fun. Thank you for watching dishwasher video with me. It gives me a whole new perspective on how dishwashers work. Never even thought about it that much. I've never lost a minute of sleep thinking about how a dishwasher operates. But we'll see you guys on Friday. I think we're going to move forward with some interesting stuff. I may have to run over to the GDL data center tomorrow. We'll see. But until next time, deuces.